Good morning, boys and girls of 4th grade. I'm Mr. Jake.
And I'm Mr. Chris.
And today, we're going to do things right.
Hey, Mr. Jake, did you hear they're letting students back into ASF to get their things?
Yeah, Mr. Jordan sent a video about it. You want to show the kids?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Alright, here we go.
She's taking it from me. She wants to do the Boston down
That's sweet. That's the sweetest thing I've ever seen.
there.
Hey, Mr. Jake, did you hear when the kids were back at ASF? They were walking through the hallways, and it was like a ghost town because nobody was in there, and they were kind of weirded out.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I saw them looking around at other classrooms. They looked like they were kind of amazed at what they saw.
Yeah, Mr. Jordan sent a video for that too. Let's check it out.
Yeah, let's do it. Wow, that was some pretty wild stuff. 4th graders, man, they're always hopping down the stairs. Can't ever tell them to stop. Anyway, I could really use some coffee. Hopefully my skills still work. Ah, yeah, I got it, okay. But we're missing something else, right?
What are we missing?
We'll give it a snap, let's find out.
Nice.
Yeah. So, shall we get started?
Let's do it.
Well, we're co-teaching.
And you're co-learning.
Welcome to COVIDeo 19.
Item number 1, health tip. Opening doors without your hands.
Don't touch them. Opening doors without your hands. Try using your coat sleeve. Well done, Mr. Chris.
Try using a napkin or paper towel.
You can also try using your foot. Dang, Mr. Chris, well done. Also, you could try using your mouth. Watch this.
No, Mr. Jake, don't do it.
Item number 2, helping around the house. Today we're going to show you how you clean your clothes.
Bad idea. Using your own body sweat to clean your clothes.
Okay, getting there. Okay, that's better. Okay, getting closer. Okay, I'm done now. All right. Okay. Good idea. Using laundry detergent to wash your clothes. Notice how Mr. Chris doesn't overfill the laundry detergent. He puts it on the correct amount. He doesn't overdo it. And neither should you. Good job, Mr. Chris. I'm praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will play.
Item number 3, math and language arts. Mr. Jake and I noticed that a couple kids were a little tricked on some of the math, so we're going to show you a video to help you out with some of that. Okay, friends, let's take a look at the number line, and we're going to show where 2/6 would fall on this number line. So first thing to remember is from 0 to 1, that's our whole, right? And when I look at my fraction, remember the denominator tells me the total number of parts. So I'm going to break my whole into 6 parts. Now be careful, because 6 parts doesn't mean 6 lines, okay? So watch, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to break it into 6 parts, and we can double check to count the spaces. Those are the parts, not the lines. 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts, 6 parts. Okay, now that these are broken into 6 parts, we call these sixths. So at 0, this would be 0/6. And as I count up, this would be 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6. And a good way to check that you did this correctly is when you get to 1 whole, the numerator and denominator should be the same, because in 1 whole, I would be eating all 6 out of 6 parts. So where is 2/6? Well, from 0, here's 1/6, 2/6. So I'm going to label this point, and that's 2/6.
So which one is bigger, 1/4 or 1/2?
Mr. Jake, this is so easy. 4 is a bigger number than 2, so 1/4 is definitely bigger.
Well, Mr. Chris, why don't you go ahead and prove it? Go ahead and draw us a pizza right here and show me 1/4 of it.
Okay. There's my pizza. I'm breaking it into 4 parts, and it says 1/4, so I'll shade in one of those 4 parts.
Well, there's 1/4. Let me show you 1/2. Remember that whenever we're working with fractions, the denominator says how many parts our whole is broken into. In this case, our whole is about the same size, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it into 2 equal pieces. And there is 1 out of those 2 pieces, also known as 1/2. So let me ask you again, Mr. Chris, what's bigger, 1/4 or 1/2?
Oh, that makes so much sense. Obviously 1/2 is bigger because it's cut into less pieces, so those pieces are bigger.
The more pieces my denominator has, that means the smaller they're going to be. Keep that in mind, folks, when you're working on your fractions, and enjoy. Item number 4, specials. Be sure that you're checking your power learning and making sure that you're completing all your assignments for specials, Hawk, and for counseling. I, for one, followed instructions yesterday, and I made a beautiful drawing of the magical kingdom.
Are those penguins again?
Yeah, maybe. Could be.
Item number 5, forecast. Today there's a high of 26 degrees Celsius, a low of 12 degrees Celsius, with sun and a slight chance of thunderstorms later. Hopefully we don't have to bring those umbrellas out.
Item number 5, the laugh of the day. Mr. Chris, did I tell you about my students who are eating their work?
No. Why were they eating their work?
Because it was a piece of cake. Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Good one, Mr. Jake.
Yeah.
Item number 7, energy fact of the day. Did you know the United States produces more nuclear generated electricity than any other country? Nearly 1/3 of the world's total. The second largest producer, France, which generates more than 3/4 of its electricity in nuclear reactors.
I like hearing those fractions, Mr. Chris. Nice job.
No.
Just kidding. Item number 8, inspiration of the day. Sometimes new beginnings are just disguised as painful endings. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Mr. Jake.
I'm Mr. Chris.
We hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Take care.
See y'all.
This maze you can lose your way.